Today the topic of discussion is obesity by Javon, Trevor, Kyle, Zach, and John. As shown on the map, the Midwest and South holds the highest obesity rates currently in the U.S. Also, it's most targeted in the states surrounding the state of Illinois, even though we aren't in the 30 through 34.9% range as of now. Being in the 25 through 29.9% range shows that we are on a rise.
The causes of obesity. When one consumes more calories than he or she burns, for many it boils down to eating too much and exercising too little. And the development of technology has also reduced the activity levels of many individuals. The causes of obesity continued. Some examples would be medicines. Some medicines slow down the rate at which the body burns calories, and also some medicines increase appetite. For genes and family history, amount of fat stored and where fat is stored comes from your genes, along with the child adopts eating habits from the parents. So for environment, lack of sidewalks, people aren't able to get out and walk around. Work, occupation, how often they work, and also location could have an effect on whether they're at risk for obesity or not. Oversized eating, bigger portion sizes, as you see when you go out to dinner, the portion sizes are usually in the entire plate. Access to healthy foods is very limited. You look at vending machines, majority of those choices are poor choices, and also food advertisements on the television usually are McDonald's, Burger King, all the fast food type of restaurants. The causes of obesity continued. As for gender, women tend to be more overweight than men. Men typically have a higher resting metabolic rate, which you burn more calories at rest. As for sleep, there was a research on teens. Each hour of sleep lost, the odds of becoming obese increased, and this can be linked to different ages as well. And as for age, as you age, you tend to lose more muscle, and muscle burns more calories quicker. And also as you age, you metabolize food decreases. As for emotions, bored, stress, hunger, those kind of trigger your sense to eat more.
This is Trevor. We're talking about the risk of obesity. Now, along with the risk of obesity, that can depend on your age, your gender, how good you are with your health, or it can also depend on just primarily where fat is located on your body. With fat being located on your body anywhere with obesity, that can also come along with stroke, coronary artery disease, or just for basic fact, it can also come along with any other symptoms of any kind of other diseases that can come about. Now, just for some extra inside facts, adding more weight to the body can cause joint pain. Joint pain can be had at anywhere on the body, more primarily located below the appendix area, just below the waist. Now, just for any other extra inside facts, just to be known about obesity rates can be seen just as in children and adults. So both children and adults both have the same risk factors of high percentage to receive both causes of the obesity rate.
Up to 1 of every 5 children in the U.S. are obese. Adults are mostly known for overweight problems and learning to deal with it. On the other hand, once a child is considered overweight, the risk of health problems are higher, such as heart disease and lung problems. As of today, the number of overweight children in the ages 4 to 5 is about 10%. There are many ways to prevent childhood obesity. Simple things such as giving your child vitamins and eating healthy meals every day could also help.
Tips for healthy lifestyles for children. Children react to what their parents do. Monkey see, monkey do. So, eating well and getting regular physical activity will display good habits for children to prevent obesity at a younger age. Now, if a child does become overweight, focus on the whole family eating healthier. Not just that one child, because you don't want to single them out. Establish a healthy meal plan for the day with your family. Promote more physical activities, and establish a food pyramid, a balanced diet, along with a wide variety of foods. Set goals!
Stress-related obesity. Stress is correlated to obesity. It can be lethal. It has been known to lead to heart disease, a sedentary lifestyle, diabetes, and cause brain damage. Through heart disease, you're most likely susceptible to a heart attack or a stroke. Diabetes, it can be lethal because they can't feel their feet, so it can lead to bumping their foot on something and leading to gangrene. Through brain damage, when under stress, the brain cells shrink. There are two hormones known to be correlated to stress, known as adrenaline, or in humans known as epinephrine. There was a Whitehall study done on a company called Whitehall. This is a correlation between hierarchy and stress-related disease, illness, and obesity. This has shown that people on the higher end of the hierarchy had less stress, whereas people on the lower end definitely had more risk of being under disease, illness, and obesity by stress. When under some stress, vital systems and processes will shut down, such as the endocrine, immune, and metabolism system, which lead to obesity or illnesses.
Stress-related obesity continued. Social and psychological stress can lead to clogged arteries, which can lead to strokes and heart attacks. The hippocampus is part of your brain that will actually lose brain cells due to too much stress. There are two major types of stress, which are chronic and acute. Acute stress makes it difficult to remember recent normal things, and this matters to obesity because they may not remember what they had to eat that day, or if they even remembered to take their medicine to keep different illnesses in check. Chronic stress affects the brain cells, and they shrink over time. Stress is related to abdominal fat, which is the main fat in America. Mothers pregnant during the Dutch famine passed on the stress hormones to their children, and the children suffered many more cardiovascular problems when they were young.